Hey there, Trey, Serna here with HISD Now. I'm here with Superintendent Mike Miles. We're here again for another one of our weekly ride-alongs.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so talk to us about, first off, what we're doing this morning. I know we were at a school this morning. We're on our way to another school. Talk to me a little about what we're doing this morning.
Yeah, so we're going to a couple elementary schools. We're just leaving Woodby Elementary School, and I think we're headed to Dee Middle School.
Okay.
So just finished a tour. I go to a couple schools every week, try to get to as many as I can, and we look at the instruction, we look at how the kids are doing, how the teachers are instructing, how the principal is coaching, so we get a good feel of how the school is doing. And so this is just part of the regular practice that we have.
Yeah, I know you've been doing these visits for a while. As we move into, not even move into, we're already kind of on the last stretch of the school year, if you will. Yeah. Is there anything that you're doing differently with these visits or kind of looking for, or is it kind of just business as usual, kind of same objectives, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's the same, looking at the quality of instruction. We're in a different point of the year, so the expectation is higher. The bar is always continuously, we follow a continuous improvement model. And so my expectations on how well we instruct is higher now than it was back in September, say. And so, and then I also look at the building, how clean it is. I look at the grounds. Got to tell you, I'm not too happy about what I saw as far as the grounds go. But, you know, that grass hasn't been cut in a while, so made a phone call about that. Generally, we're doing a pretty good job, but when I see things like that, then I make a call.
Yeah, so it's improvements outside. It's improvements all around, inside and outside the classroom.
Inside and outside the classroom. I mean, to be fair, we're focusing on the instruction, so that's the main thing. But you know, it's hard to run a school. It's the facilities. It's the bathroom. You heard me ask about the restroom. Is the restrooms clean? Are all toilets working? Is there toilet paper? I mean, that a principal has to deal with that too, right?
Yeah.
We've got to make sure we're taking care of our kids. I check the air conditioning, the temperature. The building's old, so some of the air conditioning units are loud, but at least the temperature is fine right now. So, you know, all of that is what a principal has to deal with. At the same time, we're still focused on making sure teachers are providing that quality instruction every day, all year.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, I know this week we have a budget workshop coming up. A lot of planning already underway for next year. Last month, I believe, it was last month, there was a first budget workshop. We know those early conversations got started of the planning for the next school year. As we move into this coming workshop, which is tomorrow, what are we looking into as we're moving into this workshop? What can people expect?
Yeah, so one of the things we're trying to do during the workshop is to show how the budget process should work and how the budget follows the action plan. In other words, the two have to be married. You can't just say, we're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to prioritize these things and then not tie the budget to it. Where you spend your money, that is your priority. So make sure your priorities follow your actions, not the other way around. So we're going to talk to the board tomorrow about here are the key actions that we're doing for the 25-26 school year. These are our priorities. These are our focus areas. And this is how much money is connected to that.
Got it.
So that they can see that the budget that we're going to give them in May, an itemized budget, which we're building right now, is tied to our priorities. And the board goals, by the way. Those are all tightly aligned. The other thing we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to talk to the board about, okay, we're about to give the schools their budgets. What is the methodology? What is the plan for that? How do we decide on the allocations for schools? It generally follows the same formula as always. Yeah. But there's the additional things that we do. For example, are we going to pay for the IB programs, which we are, by the way? Are we going to pay for the AP exam booklets and things like that? Yes, which we are. But those are the things we have to talk to the board about what is the district paying for, and what are the budgets that the schools will be getting. So we're not going to give line item because we're not ready for that, but we'll tell them the methodology, the plan for school budgeting.
That was actually my next question. So this is not a line item kind of
No.
budget meeting. This is a greater picture, if you will, right?
Right, because the budget, the district budget is due in June. I mean, the board by law has to approve a budget in June, and so we're going to give them the line item that's being built as we speak. It will adjust a little bit based on the legislature. So it's a moving target a little bit at this point in the year, because we don't know exactly what the revenue side will be until the legislature is done. But we did this last workshop. We talked about what are the assumptions we're making about how much revenue the district is getting and what the expenditures will be. So we're building the budget right now. The schools will get their allocations in a few weeks, and then they will build their budgets before the end of the school year.
Got it. After this meeting, what are the next steps for the next meeting?
Yeah, so for the next meeting after this one, we're going to talk to the board about here's the allocations, each department, initial allocations each department's going to get. This is how much money HR will get to run their department. This is how much money finance will get. This is how much money the curriculum department will get. And then we're also going to give the preliminary budgets to the schools. This is how much money this school gets to run their school next year. So we'll start to give some dollar amounts to each department and each school in April.
So to put it simply, this is just big picture planning, if you will.
Right now it's big picture planning, but it's tight. It's not loose. I mean, it has to be tight to the action plan, and that's what we're showing the board.
How does that tie into investing in student success, if you will?
Yeah, thanks for asking, because in the end of the day, that is the goal, and that's what the budget should lead to. It's not just, running a district. We run the district for a purpose, and that's student outcomes. So the money has to follow what you prioritize and what your goals are. And so we're going to show the board how it does, how it connects. So the expenditures, and the whole state, all the districts are in a tight budgeting situation. We are too. And so we're going to make sure that if we're going to spend money, we got to get the outcomes for kids.
All right, and we will keep everyone informed right here on HISD Now. As always, Mr. Miles, thank you for taking time to speak with us today.
Thanks, Trey.
All right, and thank you for watching HISD Now.